Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today is going to be a pretty short one. I just wanted to talk about a lot of the new features that are coming out in 323.1 PTU. A lot of people have already been testing it, and there are a lot of updates. Now, this PTU is open to everybody, so you can hop in and take a look at a lot of these new features for yourself if you want to. I'm going to be jumping back in relatively soon here to take a look at a few things. There are a bunch of updates. I'm sure that a lot of you have already heard at this point that we have new ships and we have some new features. Okay, so first, right off the bat, we have a ship here that CIG teased on their Twitter. This is the Saber Firebird. Okay, so it is very similar to the Saber Raven. Instead of having cutouts here, it has body panels and it has these like fins at the back. Okay, now this is a very interesting ship. It seems like it is just positioned as a medium fighter with a decent amount of missiles, but it only has two size 3 guns. So hopefully, and I don't know about this, but hopefully when CIG puts this out on sale, it will be cheaper than something like the F7C. Okay, so the F7C is like 160 bucks, but since this only has two size 3s and two size 1 shields, and that kind of puts it in my opinion kind of below something like the F7C, which of course you can equip it with a lot of DPS. So this, you're really going to be using this for your missiles. Maybe this is something, you know, that has good range. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, but if CIG positions a ship like this kind of closer to the price range of what the Hornet used to be, then I think that makes it a more interesting proposition. Something like $125. I think this would be a very exciting ship for a lot of people because of its design. It is a very cool looking ship. Okay, so I know a lot of people also thought that, you know, it might have the same EMP characteristics that the Raven has. It does not seem to have any EMP functionality. This seems to be just a medium fighter variant of the Raven. As you see there, the two size 3 guns, retro thrusters. It's a very good looking ship, and you could see on the bottom here all the missiles. So I guess you can see, you could probably say that this is more equivalent to something like the Talon Shrike. So again, if you look at the price of that ship, I think the Talon Shrike is going $100. So if CIG realistically sells this for $100 to $120, I think a lot of people might consider picking it up because, again, the Saber is a ship that a lot of people really like the look of, and if CIG prices it right, it might be a very attractive proposition. Okay, so the next really big feature coming out with 323.1 is a huge change that is coming to the medical beds. Okay, so all med beds moving forward in 323.1 and beyond, they will be respawn points. So you will be able to respawn in the Pisces. You'll be able to respawn in any ships that has a med bed. This is huge, and in my opinion, this is a good change because realistically, until we get the full Death of a Spaceman features, players having the ability to just get back into the game is a huge benefit. Now, the downside to this is that when you do respawn in these medical beds, you will not have the same starting equipment that you usually get when you respawn at a station, where you have, you know, the white undersuit and the helmet. So if you respawn in one of these beds, you'll come back naked. So you will want to have gear on the ship that you set your respawn point at. The last thing you want to do is respawn and not be able to get back into the action. Okay, we can see here it's set regeneration points, and this is the screen in the new vehicle, the Medac, the medical aUEC. Okay, so you can see here it's got this red paint scheme and the weapons platform on top. Okay, the front, it looks exactly like a regular aUEC. You got the door on the side. I like the paint scheme. I think it is very utilitarian. And you can see inside here, this is the interior, this is the med bed. It is very similar to the medical Pisces, and you can see there's a chair here. And then on this other side is the terminal where you can set your imprint and do all that stuff. Now at the terminal, it looks like that there are two containers underneath the actual panel, and I'm kind of assuming that this may be where you insert some type of consumable that actually allows you to respawn in this bed. And I think that would be honestly a good solution to how CIG could handle respawning in the future, is that you can respawn in any medical bed as long as you have this consumable. Maybe it's something that you have to craft, a resource that you have to mine, something that you have to get, that you have to put in the ship, in the medical bed, to be able to clone your body and be quantum entangled in that clone, and for all intents and purposes regenerate your character in game. So I think that's a good way of balancing it out. Yeah, if you are interested in doing bunkers and you get a medical aUEC and you park it outside the bunker or distribution center or whatnot, and you die inside the bunker, you can respawn, and if you have gear on that ship, you can re-gear and go back and get the gear that you lost, re-loot your dead body, finish the mission or whatever. So that is a good quality of life feature. I do think that of course it's not something that I've tested out yet, but I think that's going to be a big benefit to a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to like it. Okay, so then we have this this NPUV. This is a new variant without the cargo box. This is something that we saw teased at CitizenCon, something that we talked about in my video where I went over what I thought we would see at Invictus. And of course, again, CIG throws a wrench at all of my predictions. I did predict that we would see this ship there, that there was a good chance we would see this ship there, because it's pretty easy for CIG to do. Kind of just take out the cargo box, put a cargo grid on it, some tractor beams, and that's it. So it has a fixed tractor beam on the top that you control by moving the ship, and it has a remote tractor beam at the back that you use to load up the cargo grid. So this is the cargo grid. It is an inverted cargo grid, so you load it from the bottom, and I think it has a decent amount of cargo. I'm not sure what the exact number is here, but I think this is gonna be another really good addition for when CIG gets the cargo refactor online. It's something that's still technically slated for 323. So hopefully we see it after Invictus, not too long after Invictus, hopefully. But I think that for a lot of people, this is going to be a good LTI token, something that you buy to get lifetime insurance, and then when it's available to buy in game, then you just buy it in game. I don't see it being too expensive, maybe 40-50 bucks. Again, the medical aUEC, I didn't really talk about the price of that, but if you look at the Pisces or the rescue Pisces, that's about $50. At the regular aUEC, I think it's about $40 to $45. So realistically, I think that you're really gonna have to make a choice between the Pisces rescue and the Medical Ursa. And the Pisces Rescue is available to purchase in game right now for about 555,000 credits, which that's not a lot. You can make that in a day. You can make that in a play session if you're dedicated. So I think that it's going to be really interesting who's actually going to pick up this Medical Ursa. I think it's probably something people are going to buy to get an LTI get that LTI token or 10-year insurance, depending on if you're using store credit. But I don't think that it holds a lot of value at that price point in comparison to the Pisces R, because the Pisces R has a quantum drive, and the Medical Ursa, is a ground vehicle, and the ground vehicle tech is not great right now. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, driving around on planets is not a great experience because we don't have roads yet. Okay, so if you were to choose between a Pisces R, which is roughly the same size as the Medical Ursa, the Pisces R and the Medical Ursa are very similar in size, so you can get the Pisces R in the same kinds of places that you could in the Medical Ursa. Now, of course, the Medical Ursa's benefit is that it, has that much smaller detection range, and it will not activate turrets or bunkers and whatnot. So if you want to load the Medical Ursa up in a ship like like the Zeus, or depending on if it will fit in there, and then you park far away and then you drive up to the distribution center or the bunker and you set your respawn point, you do all that, that is going to be beneficial to people. It's just one of those things that, okay, you have to make a decision on how you're going to use this vehicle and if it's worth it to you. But I personally think a lot of people are just going to pick it up as that LTI token, and then when it comes out in game, buy it in game. But who knows, if you are in a medical organization, if you're serious about medical, you'll probably spend some money on that. Same thing with the NPUV. If you are really serious about cargo and excited about the updates coming out, you might consider keeping this in your fleet. Okay, again, you can see the front there, the landing gear. This is the cargo grid on the bottom. Again, I'm not entirely sure how much cargo it can hold right now, but it's a good looking ship. 16 SU they have right here, I believe. Yeah, I think so. And you can see it's loaded up right there. And then of course we have the gold standard Retaliator, and a lot of people are this is an image here of the cargo module. You can now swap out the module, so you can either choose from no module, the cargo module, or the torpedo module. It just got updated, so you can actually change those modules, and you don't have to go to a place like Cousin Crow's or anything like that. You just do it in your vehicle manager, in your mobi-glass, just like if you're changing out weapons or something like that. Very good streamlined experience. I think a lot of players are going to enjoy that. You also have the whole resource management stuff inside the ship, so there are relays and stuff like that. That functionality is not enabled yet, but the locations for the relays are there, and it has the engineering station and all that stuff there. They also changed the doors, so there's now one elevator for the crew and a docking collar, and then if you have the cargo modules, you will have this elevator that goes down to the ground. Okay, I think it is a very good update. A lot of people are going to be excited about that. Of course, then we finally have the Polaris. You can see it here in all of its glory. I had just missed an opportunity to take a look at it in PTU. So these are just photos, but photos that I found on Reddit. I'll leave a link in the video description below so you guys could check out the post if you want and download any of these screenshots. You can see the torpedo tubes right here. This is a behemoth of a ship, you guys. This is very exciting. It's very detailed. The landing gear is massive. You can see it here right next to a Constellation Phoenix. This ship is absolutely massive. Okay, 6 engines, massive retro thrusters, a lot of turrets. This is going to be the ship a lot of people are excited about. I do have a Polaris in my hangar, so I'm very excited for it to come out. It looks like it will not have an interior. It will not be flyable. It will just be on the show floor, and it will be flying around as a part of the NPC fleet. Okay, so yeah, those are some of the new updates coming out of PTU right now. I will continue to keep you guys posted. I want to make as many videos as I can for you guys doing Invictus, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you for hanging out with me in today's video. It's just a talking video to kind of get you guys updated and let you guys know my plans for Invictus. I think the game is becoming more realized. It's becoming more of a game. CIG's trying to do more of that, more of those creature comfort type stuff, quality of life type things. You know, I'm starting to get the flow of master modes. I have to, you know, rebind my flight stick and do all this stuff, but I think CIG's heading in the right direction. It does still need a lot of work, but the game is getting there, and being able to be a part of the community and see all of this progress, it's really exciting because it's slowly turning into the game that we've always wanted. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think about this video? What do you guys think about these updates? I love hearing from you. But that's gonna be it for me. Like I always say at the end of these videos, you guys like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Salute.